Hey, boo. What's going on, honey? Listen, I just came to chat real quick. Not about a whole lot, but just about a little piece, okay? Just a little piece of something going on. First things first, y'all know I came to y'all the other day telling y'all about Pinky Cole, Miss Slutty Vegan herself. Yeah, the bankruptcy people had took her house. Well, at least one of the companies ended up taking her house, and they did it illegally. So the new update is that a federal judge came in and actually sided with her and said that they wrongfully seized the house. And then they're also saying that the company didn't even show up to court. Child, not y'all sitting over here seizing this lady house and then don't want to show your face in court. What's really going on? Okay, that might be why the judge automatically sided with her, and maybe it could be more so because the ass was just in the wrong altogether. And I'm wondering if they was sitting up there like, yeah, you're gonna do this video trying to troll and be funny. We gonna snatch their house right up under you. Okay. So I don't know. It's kind of giving they did that to be a little vindictive, just a little piece, because they didn't like how she was making. I'm not even gonna say a mockery because I don't really feel like it was making a mockery, but I guess she was making light of the situation, but she was also trying to educate the people. But when she was filming in front of her house, she was kind of trolling the little piece. So I don't think they had like that. So they had, snatched it up. And I feel like they knew that they weren't supposed to do that, but they wanted to do it anyway to try to like make her look crazy. Just a little piece. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that. I don't know. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. Okay, Miss Pinky. So she supposed to be getting her house back so she could go ahead and rent it out. So she say, so she'll be able to get some money to pay down those debts. But Pinky, I think Angela gonna wear you out at their reunion because you sat up here and said you should have bought that lady house only for yours to get snatched up. Mm-mm. I think she gonna wear you out at the reunion, but y'all know the season is dropping in a few weeks, and I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see how this gonna play out with them too. Also, I came to y'all with a little piece of conversation about Latto and that man 21 Savage that everybody is saying married, and they pulling up all old pictures of him and Amber Rose, but has yet to pull up a marriage certificate. Yes, those two individuals, Latto and 21. Why 21 finally posted Latto? Well, I'm not gonna say finally, right? Because the people are showing past video, or not past video, but past photos of where he may have posted her in the past or whatever the case was. But he did make a post of her. All right. Well, I'll say it's finally he made a post since she announced that she was pregnant. And he said, Big Mama, not the little one. That's all that he put. So maybe that's all the confirmation people need to know that they together, but y'all already knew that because y'all was already digging. Y'all dug so deep into finding out whether they together by looking at a tattoo behind her ear. Okay, stuff when nobody even be thinking about. Y'all zoomed in that close to find a tattoo behind her ear. And I'm not saying the man is not married because I don't know. All I'm saying is I want y'all to dig that deep and go find that man marriage certificate. Okay? Because damn, not y'all finding everything else to confirm they together, but can't find that they married. Hurry up, okay? Bring some reputable sources. But either way, that is what's being posted with those two. So who knows? Maybe they'll pop out together at some point. Not when they on vacation, but like on a red carpet or something. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay. Y'all been paying attention to who they saying pregnant next. I hope she's able to, announce her own pregnancy, child. Because the people is on her R. She went to a game the other day. And yeah, based on her attire, people try to say this girl is pregnant. So I don't know. But best of luck to her at the end of the day. What I do want to talk about also is a case with this young lady named Naziah Harris. Not sure if you guys are familiar with the case, but it involved I believe she was like 13 years of age, and the man that it involved a 13-year-old girl. And this man, I believe his name was Jarvis Butts. He was like probably in his 40s or something like that. And child molestation and RAPE is what I'm gonna say. Basically he ended up getting this 13-year-old girl pregnant. Okay. He also had some other charges on him dealing with minors before. Even it's been a story out there about something he may have even done with his own child that's 8 years old. Like just a complete freaked out ass weirdo in my personal, okay? And I don't feel like that mama or the aunties protected Naziah. Even though like her mom left her like many a years ago, left her with the grandmama, and then the aunts were there. I feel like everybody had a hand in it because this man had children by one of the aunties. So it was just, I feel like y'all knew what the hell was really going on for real over there in that damn house. And I remember I talked about this story last year. And when she first went missing or whatever, or maybe it was in 2024, not sure. But when she went missing, the grandmama sat up there and she didn't even have no damn tears. She wasn't moved, but then she gonna bring her ass in the courtroom more recently with all these fake ass tears. Like grandma fake as hell. I don't care what nobody talk about. But either way, the man ended up being found guilty pretty much, right? Or at least I think he pleaded guilty to what happened to this young lady. And then he was supposed to, or this, she wasn't this little girl, okay? What happened to this little girl? He was supposed to lead them to where he, dumped her body or whatever the case is. I don't know if they were ever able to recover her, find where she was located, not sure. But tell me why we get up yesterday and the man dead. Yeah, that Jarvis man, he was found dead in prison up there in Michigan. But I don't know. I saw somebody in the comments saying that he unalived himself. I don't know if he did or did it, because some of the reports that I read, they were like, oh, those details have not been released as of yet as to how he died. However, when you got family up there in the prison system or whatever, and somewhere in the same facility as him, they about gonna know what the hell going on. So they about to talk to their other family, and then the families probably put it out there on the Facebook or something like that. And maybe the people in where at least I saw like maybe one person, maybe two. I know I saw one for sure in the comments saying that he unalived himself. And I was like, did he really? Okay, so I'm like, maybe they heard that from somewhere. I don't know. It hasn't been confirmed in media as of yet. But I wanted him to suffer 1,000 cuts before his ass got the hell up out of here. And I feel like, although a lot of us are like, okay, yeah, anyway, what's next? I feel y'all, child. What's next? Y'all want something to grocery store for real? I'm with y'all, right? But also at the same time, it's like he took the easy way out and I feel a way about it. She didn't get to make a decision on her own life of what or of how she's going to live it, nor how she's going to end it. She didn't get to make that decision. You made that decision for her. Y'all should have had his ass on a maximum security watch. All right. And if you ask me, he should have been in a room and everybody tied up, and everybody should have went in there and took they lashes on his ass or slashings on that body. He should have suffered 1,000 of them before his ass got the hell up out of here. Okay. But let me check something real quick because I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. So there was an update. So it looked like Shade Room did update, and they're saying that it may have been suicide. At least that's what, died by suicide, according to what this Detroit news station is reporting now. They're saying that, yeah, that's what it looked like. Yep. So whoever put that comment out there on yesterday, they weren't lying. That's what it was. And I hate that. And is it bad for the people that do know about the case? Is it bad that I still want them to go get that damn auntie and that grandma? Because I believe the mama alleged that something similar happened to her where she was being molested or assaulted or whatever the case was when she was younger by one of her mama's boyfriends or husband or whatever. So, yeah. I'm just wondering that, child. I feel like they need to go back and investigate the grandma. Did she go act like she couldn't get through her damn statement, girl, down to the courthouse? I could have whooped that as and she over here acting like she crying. We don't see no damn tears, child. Let me get it up on the screen, though, for the people that may not know who he is or what he looks like or what the case is. Let me show y'all that 1 second. Let us get into that. Here we go. This is that man that unalived himself. He ended up being sentenced 30 to 35 to 60 years or something like that in prison. And I can't. Like, why you? I mean, at least he told them where she was. I believe he did. But still, like, he could have killed this stuff a long time ago. Right? But instead, we got to this place and shit. And it's just like, y'all would just have to have kept up with the story. It was so many different things going on. It was just so much SHI going on. But either way, it's just sad.
To a sentence between 35 and 60 years in prison for the second-degree murder charge in the Naziah Harris case. But one of her biggest advocates says closure will only come once she knows what truly happened to her body.
I don't think the full relief will get there until we actually have her.
Investigators found the clothes and shoes Neziah was last seen wearing during a River Rouge search near 7 Mile in Berg shortly after she went missing back in January of 2024. However, they have still yet to find her body.
I'm happy that he is finally willing to able to tell where she is. I'm also very happy that the rest of the victims that he has victimized are also getting justice.
Butts pled guilty to sex crimes against 4 other minors, all younger than 13 when they happened. Jarvis Butts agreed to a sentence between 35 and 60 years in prison for the second-degree murder charge in the Neziah Harris case, but one of her biggest guilty to sex crimes against 4 other minors, all younger than 13 when they happened, one as young as 4 and one his own daughter. He agreed to serve 10 to 15 years for each of those charges, all at the same time he serves the sentence for what he did to Neziah.
We all want her to be found, not only myself, but as a community. We just wanted her to be found, and today we're closer to that.
And Butts' sentencing is scheduled a month away, March 12th at noon, right back.
Child, he done got that damn sentence in and then sat up there. Girl, listen. Girl, I'm a little upset though. Like, I'm glad. I'm like, yeah, you out of here, clapped out. But at the same time, I wanted him to suffer a bit more in my personal, because I do feel like he kind of got off a bit by being able to take himself out. Like, what the hell? But either way, let's move on, child, because that's what happened to him, and he didn't want to be here anymore, child. It sucks, but hopefully these families still feel like they have justice and they don't feel slighted by the fact that he decided to take that route. You know what I'm saying? Or at least these victims, okay? But that's that on that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that, baby, the airports is a fucking mess. And they were saying that they may have to shut this shit down, right? Based on them not getting funded. But now we're getting different updates. Tyler Perry tried to give some money. Elon Musk tried to get some money. Trump turned around and denied Elon Musk, then turned around and denied Tyler Perry. Okay? Even though I feel like when I think of Elon Musk, I do feel like it's a whole different hidden agenda. Like, Elon, sit your bitch ass down the way you sat up there and ran over there and got them social security numbers. But either way, honey, they was trying to help out, and Trump was like, hell no. Then he came out that he was supposed to be signing some type of executive order to make sure they got paid, only for the Senate to get in there, and they agreed, like, listen, I think somebody put forth a proposal or something to fund the TSA workers, but do not fund ICE or Border Patrol, okay? I think that's been some of the friction. They don't want ICE to get so much of this money, and then they also want to be able to lock up Americans, and I just... hell no. But I am glad that the TSA workers are getting paid. I did see a video where they were saying that they were trying to train some of the ICE agents on how to do TSA's job, so they can scan people's IDs and stuff in and process them as they get ready to go on their flights and stuff. I don't know. I'm concerned. I also feel like ICE is not leaving the airports. I feel like now that they've made entry into the airports, I feel like they are going to continue to stay at the airports. I don't see them leaving anytime soon at all. Hopefully there will not be much chaos at the damn airports, but you just never damn know with this administration, child. But yeah, so that's that. The next thing that I did want to get into also, because I'm gonna wrap this up, because like I said, I don't want this video to be that long. But y'all know Tiny went over to Tamron Hall show. She has a uncensored episode that's coming up where she's going to talk about things that we did not know about when it comes to her. But in this interview, she does touch on 50 Cent and some of the SHI he had to say about her. So I'm going to get that up on the screen for us to check out, or more so listen to. So let's get into it.
And 50 Cent, another iconic star. They have a beef, and that's not unusual for the industry. You had said nothing. You had done nothing. The words were between the two of them.
Yeah.
And here you were again bullied.
Yeah.
Your name, physical appearance, the same things that you endured your whole career.
Yes.
Brought up again all of these years later. How have you, I know that your family has stepped in, your sons. They have come in in a way that the fans have loved. But it's less about the kids and how they've reacted and your husband and how he's defended you. I thought about you because you have experienced this kind of thing before. You talked about it in the special. How do you feel about being used in this back and forth?
Yeah, well, I felt like it was, of course, uncalled for because, I mean, I feel like if you're a man and you're dealing with another man, you should keep the beef between you and that man.
I agree. Every time 50 beefs with another guy, he brings up the woman that they're with. And it's like, hey, bro, chill out. Hey, bro, chill out. Okay? Somebody gonna fold your ass up. Now, who that person gonna be, I don't know. Okay? But don't think that you're too big to not get folded. Hello?
You know what I'm saying? And to bring me in it, it's like, for what? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? What do I have to do
But you've been so graceful. I have to think about all of these years in the business. Prepares you for these kinds of things.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and honestly, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't as affected as my family was. Like, they really felt some kind of way. And I was like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate them for wanting to step up, and it was very. I mean, I just couldn't ask for that. I didn't know they were gonna do that, especially the money. It was a shock to me. So it was very different.
And I think she's saying a shock. Well, I mean, maybe she's saying it's a shock because Damani, is her stepson. It's not her biological child. So she probably expected King to go crazy, but not Damani. Also, not only just that, because I'm sure she sees him as her actual child, because I think they all have a great relationship, the moms and stuff. I think because Damani just don't be in no mess. Like, Damani don't be in no drama. Damani don't be with the antics. He don't be doing the most on social media. So I think that also made her be like, what the hell? Now, not you done got Damani out here in the ring, okay? Damani got in there. And I was here for it. I was here for it. Go ahead, Damani.
You know, King is gonna go. He's gonna go to bat for me at all costs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. When you bring up Damani, it's because you have a blended family.
Yes.
And Damani is not your biological son.
No.
He is T.I.'s son.
Yes.
But he is your son.
That's
right.
And it's so fascinating. It's so fascinating.
I love that for them.
Again, now that I've watched your special and you tell your story in your own words, people think, your husband or your sons or your daughters, they're built for it. But I was like, no, she's built for this kind of thing because you have endured it your whole career.
Yes, and my daughter always say,
I don't know. When I hear that word, you're built for this, it kind of like excuses the behavior, like it's okay because she's built for this. And it's like, bitch, fuck no, just because I'm built for this don't mean I want to deal with this. Okay? Ain't nobody trying to deal with you. I already feel a way about myself. Why you think I made the different changes that I made? Or at least speaking to her, okay, on herself. So it's like you want to come in and then add to that. Like, damn, give me a break. I ain't even had did that to your ass.
My mom,
you ain't no different than Biggie. Because was it Biggie that sat up there and called Escape ugly? And then had to go back and retract it. And I know Biggie was calling nobody ugly girl.
No, this fussing and fighting, my mom doesn't even care. and I mean, it's just that, I got tough skin from this whole
industry.
Being in the industry so long. So it really is not as, it doesn't really move me as much, but I understand why it moved everybody else.
What is the message to women? I mean, because as I said, women are scrutinized the hardest in any industry that we are in.
Yes.
Girl, whether it's industry or personal.
In the entertainment world, how do you keep steady? How do you keep your confidence? How do you look in the mirror and say, I don't care what someone else says on the radio or in a rap beef, I'm who I am?
Yeah, I mean, because I'm content in who I am. I'm very, I know who I am, and I love myself, and my family pours into me so much, like I'm not missing anything.
I know that's right.
Kind of way, like, nobody else can make me feel like I'm lesser than, you know.
I know that's right, Tiny. But people gonna talk. You gotta, keep it pushing, okay? Don't let it get to you too much or whatnot. Shoulder shrug. whatever. Okay. But try, I ain't want them. I just came to run my mouth just a little piece. I'm probably gonna come back and talk about it a little more. But I want 50 Cent to ease up off the ladies just a little bit. I remember when he came for Notori in her forehead or something out of nowhere. And it's like, what's going on? What's going on? Why is it always easier to come for the ladies or something? As soon as somebody starts talking about you, then what? You know what I'm saying? And he got an issue with Papoose. He talk about Remy. Then now he started talking about Clarissa. Then saying Clarissa was out there with somebody. Clarissa had to see him a cease and desist, baby. And I don't fault that. And people was like, oh, well, she ain't tell him that, no, she didn't do a lawsuit. She did a cease and desist. Well, yeah, because she wanted to get him to shut the hell up first. Like, stop putting them lies out there. So when I do sue you, the courts will at least see that I tried these matters first. I tried to handle it a different way first before I had to bring it to this particular level. It's not uncommon to do that. I don't think it's required. I don't think you're required to send a cease and desist first, but I think that it may be beneficial for the judge or whoever to see that there were certain situations that led up to trying to avoid us getting to this place here or whatever the case is. But I mean, like, just ease back. Damn, 50? Shit. Either way, y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below on the little chit chatter that I had about a few topics. I'm JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, honey. Bye.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking the drama.